asked you how much you think 2,353 shillings in 1958 is worth now. Like if you were earning 2,353 shillings in 1958, how much would that be now? It's about 698,000. That's at least according to an inflation calculator that I found on the web. It got me curious because that is the amount that Jomo Kenyatta was earning while in detention as one of the Kapenguria Six. Now, of course, this story was on Nation.Africa and, of course, The Nation over the weekend. And the fact that these Kapenguria Six were making money is so shocking for a lot of people. If you're not familiar with Kenyan history, the Kapenguria Six were Jomo Kenyatta, Kungu Karumba, Paul Ngei, Bildad Kagia, and Fred Kugbai. And they had been detained in Lodwar. Then they were moved to a better restriction center in the same region, known as Lokitwang. But then, of course, Achieng' Anuko was also part of this Kapenguria Six, but he was held separately. Then a letter leaked about the kind of conditions that they were being detained under, and it got people very upset. Of course, it was also turning them into martyrs. If you tell the masses that these men are being persecuted, they're being held in terrible conditions, etc., then they become martyrs, and it becomes very easy for people to rally around them. So because the British administration wanted to imprison them for life, and they didn't want it to they didn't want to make them, into heroes, they decided, let's give them a stipend, let's give them quote unquote decent living conditions. And Jomo Kenyatta was earning that amount of money, 2353 shillings. He also got a permanent family quarter. Of course, they also got piped water, a doctor on standby, and a few other privileges. They were leaked after, of course, the public outcry about their living conditions was, too much for the British administration to bear. But the fact that they were making money is surprising to a lot of people. But there are even bigger rumors that I would care to go into perhaps on a podcast, not here, as to exactly why those six were chosen and how they ended up leaving detention as the Kapenguria Six, and specifically our founding father, Jomo Kenyatta. But that's a story for another day.